Hello and welcome back to Elastic Talk. Today we're going to talk about strap adapters. Strap adapters are this little metal bit right here between the elastic band and the watch itself. Its job is to give the elastic strap a nice loop to connect to and give the spring bar a nice solid connection to the watch. Specifically, it's necessary when the elastic band is wider than the watch's lug width. So it's adapting the width of the strap to the lug width. These strap adapters are simple, strong bits of stamped metal. So they serve a purpose and they do a decent job of it, but there are some flaws. The big problem with these generic strap adapters is that they ever so slightly damage your watch. You have a situation where there's metal touching metal and these strap adapters move around, and when they do move around, they damage the watch a little bit. So here we have an Explorer to reference 16570. And I put an adapter on this from Palmetto watch bands, and we'll get into Palmetto in a later video. But for now, they're one of the few places where you can get custom watch bands made online. So there are several points of contact where the adapters mar the watch. On this particular watch and this particular strap adapter, one problem we have is the strap adapter just barely clears the tip of the lug. Problem with that is sometimes it can clear it and gets stuck on the other side. And every time it does that, it kind of dings up the tips of the lugs. Additionally, there are some dings kind of along the side here. It's all pretty small stuff, and it doesn't bother me because this is my kind of rough and ready to wear watch. So I'm not really bothered by that. But I think there's a lot of cases where you really don't want to damage your watch for the sake of your strap. And, any typical leather strap isn't going to have a problem like that. Definitely something to be aware of, and maybe a deal breaker in a lot of cases, and I think rightfully so. This particular watch was designed for metal bracelet, and these inner edges are not chamfered, and they feel sharp and unpleasant to the touch. Another big negative of strap adapters is they don't look great in a lot of cases. These are generic parts paired with a watch that is very much designed. This strap came from Palmetto bands, not sponsored. Palmetto only offers black strap adapters, which in this case looks especially not great with this orange band and steel watch. So today we're going to upgrade the adapter to a steel strap adapter, which will look better with this watch. It won't solve the marring problems and some of the other issues, and we're going to get into that a little later, but it will at least look a little better than black on orange. For this upgrade, the first thing we're going to do is take the strap adapter off, and this will illustrate how easy it is to do this. It's really easy. It has these kind of quick release spring bars that you don't need a tool. You can just pop it right off. Okay, and here's the strap. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the stitching. Something to point out, it appears that Palmetto is using white thread against this orange bracelet. It could be better. We're going to use orange thread. All right, so what I'm going to do is use the seam ripper. Just get in there and start ripping these seams out. Okay, so now we can see up close what these strap adapters look like. So it's essentially a single piece of metal. They're very strong. I believe they're steel. I believe they're stamped. So let's take a look at the replacement. Okay, so I just found these on Amazon, not sponsored. Same size, same basic shape, but crucially, these strap adapters are steel. So it'll look a lot nicer with the steel of my watch. Okay, now one thing you have to make sure when you install these is that this little recess should be on the inside of the wrist on both sides of the strap. I'm actually going to make this strap just a little bit tighter than it was. For a watch that has some weight, like this Explorer 2, I like to have my elastic straps a bit tighter, and that just keeps the watch in place better. So I can't say I've never sewn before, but I haven't sewn in a long time, and it's not something I know how to do very well. So I'm kind of learning on the job here. I know now, for example, that this is not good thread, and I'm probably not using the right needle, and these stitches aren't quite right. But got to start somewhere. I'm a big fan of amateurs trying things. Okay, let's look at the result. Now the strap adapter matches the steel of the case. Excellent. The thread is orange to match the strap itself. Great. It's a little bit tighter. It fits me better. And I think it just overall looks better. So excellent. Big upgrade. Thanks for watching.